So this facility is actually no longer a mental health facility, although some of our residents do have mental health needs.
We recognized, and the department recognized, that our name was not appropriate for our mission anymore.
We're currently going through a name change, so hopefully with that we won't have as much confusion within the community of the type of residents we're housing.
And I think the name that they are choosing to go with is the Larned Correctional Facility.
So on our campus, when you pull up, you will first arrive at the correctional facility, and then maybe a block and a half away is the state hospital. And if you keep driving a little further, then you get to the correctional facility's minimum camp. So there tends to be a lot of confusion that we are all within the same entity, and we're actually quite different. You do have the correctional facility side, and then you also have the state hospital side.
Larned houses all custody levels, from minimum all the way to residents that are housed in segregation. We have a camp, or a unit as we call them here, the South Unit, where we have minimum custody residents.
We're the smallest facility in the state, which I think is a good thing, because it's sort of, you get to know your peers a lot better because we're a little more tight-knit. We have right now approximately 520 residents, and between Department of Correction personnel and then contract staff for medical or food service or whatever, we're sitting probably a little bit under 200 staff members.
We house a maximum of 62 residents per unit, which varies between general population, segregation, and restrictive housing.
You earn the privilege for the most part to be minimum custody, so those residents are eligible to get their birth certificate, driver's licenses, social security cards, and apply for a minimum wage job. So a lot of our residents leave with money in their pockets. That's a really good way to be successful right out the door.
I think for a long time, corrections was punitive. It was, our job is to just keep people incapacitated from being able to commit new crimes by keeping them in custody. And I think now we recognize and really try to provide some rehabilitative programming so that when they are released from prison and they go back to our communities, they go back with a better chance of being law-abiding citizens. So, you know, when they come in, they go through some testing procedures to identify what their areas of risk or need are.
So we do these risk assessments, and they are given a score, and then based upon their score is kind of what we look at as far as programming.
And we try and motivate them to get into those classes and assist them along the way to provide that training to deal with those deficiencies, so that, you know, those things that were issues previously are not issues now, so then they come to time to get out and they can go on about their business.
With them, when they first come into prison, we do what's called an orientation with them, get to know what it is they need, what can help them be successful, and where they want to release to.
So we have what we call private industry, so they can get a job and work in the community, which is awesome.
There's a welding program that they can go participate in and end up getting a welder's certificate. So that way when they get out of here, that gives them a leg up in trying to find a job. There's also GED programs.
We do something called EPICS tools, where we work with them every week, and in hopes for them getting a private industry job. They do these tools because they're trying to reach a goal of getting the industry jobs.
And then we have our just regular in-house jobs that we, you know, for food service and porters and stuff like that.
We start working with them the second they get here on release planning, building family relationships up if we need to, fixing relationships with some of their family members, and then programming to not make the same mistakes in life. They're on a schedule, so you know, you wake up, you follow your schedule. The officers help make sure things go smoothly, and then we have yard times for residents to go outside, get fresh air, work out. On a good day, you'll see them playing soccer or flag football. And then meal times and yards, day rooms. We have new tablets, which have really helped during the times of COVID, with the residents being able to essentially FaceTime with their family. I think around 10 o'clock is when they lock down and get ready for bed and start all over again the next day. The beauty is it's the same schedule, but it's never the same every day. And so I think that's what a lot of people like. It's not coming in and working your 9 to 5 I could do it with my eyes closed. You learn something every day. The personalities are different every day, so it's the same concept, but every day could do something that you never thought you would do.
I'm a CS1, or what's known as a Mass Sergeant here at Larned Correctional Facility. For me, 2 days I am in our central control, so any outside calls that come in, I would be the guy that answers that. My other 2 days, I am the living unit supervisor. So basically I oversee like all the living units, basically checking in on my officers down there.
I'm a CO1 here. I have been here for 5 weeks. I'm going on to my 6th week now. I'm still in training.
I'm the Master Sergeant who's in charge of admissions and discharges, so everybody that comes in and out of the facility has to go through my department.
I am currently working in the disciplinary department for the Larned Correctional Mental Health Facility. I take care of anybody's write-ups that they get and give them their sanctions.
I am a unit team counselor here at Larned. Unit team, you get a little more personal with them. First off, if they're going to release, you're going to have to find all that information. You have to help find them a place to go.
We work on goals, we work on release plans, we make sure they're housed correctly, just an array of different things to help them be successful upon release.
I'm a correction counselor too. I house the residents that are currently in segregation and or privilege restriction.
I am the case management and reentry administrator for the facility.
There is maintenance positions, you know, everything from groundskeeper, electrician, HVAC, carpenter, and a lot of those people started as CO1s. It really is amazing, all the different things that maybe you don't think about when you think about correctional facilities.
I'm very much a helper, so just being able to use the things I love doing and inputting it into my job. So I love the aspects of helping other people help themselves.
It's busy, it keeps you on your toes. There's always something to do.
I like the people I work with. I really do. I like the camaraderie, I like the team aspect.
And it's got great benefits, health insurance, retirement.
I like the hands-on work that you get to do. You get to see the change in the residents.
You actually feel like you can help somebody. You're not going to help all of them. But if you do help one person, it makes you feel like you've done your job.
We would be more than happy if you contacted us, bring you in, and we'll give you a tour. And you can see what it's really like behind the curtain and see if it would be a good fit.